Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Coffee Talk Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great Martin Luther King Day yesterday and are ready to kick off the week. So, today we're talking about the WhatsApp privacy changes. And this is obviously super important because it has to do with your personal information and how that is distributed across your platforms. So definitely want to be informed about this for sure. And you guys know the deal when you get in, make sure that you're saying hello. So we know that you're here. John Boy Comic, hey, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, WhatsApp privacy changes, a super important thing to know how your information is getting distributed. So I'm not going to tell you to go either way, but I just want to make sure that you all know what these changes are going to do with your information going forward. And make sure that you stick around to the end because I have an awesome opportunity and a little giveaway that I'm going to let you guys know about. So make sure that you say hi when you get here and let's start. Okay, so WhatsApp came out about 2 weeks ago to say that or I guess about 2.5 weeks ago now, to say that they were changing their privacy policy. And that kind of launched a huge backlash with what people thought was going to happen with their information, what the privacy changes actually meant. Sweet Mess NY, thanks for joining. So essentially, it told its 2 billion, that's with a B, not an M, 2 billion users from around the world that they had an ultimatum. Either they had to approve the privacy policy or they had to delete the app. Oscar, good morning. Jilly, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, so the 2 billion users, they said either approve our privacy policy, our changes, or you are no longer going to have access to your account. We're going to delete it. Originally, they said the deadline was February 8th. And because they have actually gotten all of this backlash from everybody freaking out about what exactly this meant, they've now pushed it to May 15th. And they're stating that this is due to confusion and misinformation that is being passed around about what these privacy changes actually are. So I'll let you know that some of the disconnect and some of the misinformation that's out there is actually because people thought that Facebook was now going to have access to the content of that messaging. So that's not true. It's not that they're going to be able to see what is within your messages and your exchanges with your friends. But instead, they're going to get some background information. I don't know about you guys, but I do like to read the privacy policies and to see how my information is getting distributed when I'm downloading apps. So you'll see that there's some people that say, allowed to use my location when app is running in the background, things like that. So those types of things, the data that they're collecting is, let's say, your location. So this is what's actually going to be accessible to Facebook. It's not the actual content and the conversations that you're having over WhatsApp. It's going to be things like your location, your contact list, your device IDs, your usage data, purchases you've made. And that's just a few of them. That's kind of like the bigger ones that I think that are going to be most pertinent to people. And the reason why Facebook says that they're doing that and Mark Zuckerberg says that they're doing it is really they're saying that it's to increase the ads that you're seeing to better cultivate ads for you. So across multiple platforms, that would be Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So that's kind of why it's saying that they want to collect that data. It's to it's for you. It's to better improve the ads that you're shown. So they're also saying that there's new options for people to manage their business. So it's going to actually change the way that you can message your business and what type of information you're giving to them. Now, Europe has GDPR, so they are much more tight-knit with the information that they actually allow businesses to capture from you. So Europe's privacy policy, the changes within WhatsApp is a little different than here in the States. So if you're watching from overseas, definitely check out the differences between what information they're able to collect from you guys and what information they're collecting in the States. And I'm actually not really sure, nobody's come out with how that exchange between, let's say if I'm messaging one of my friends from overseas, how that information is disseminated, but we'll have to see about that. Nobody's really kind of covered that yet. So if you guys are in Europe, the information that they're collecting and wanting to pass over to Facebook is going to be different. So WhatsApp, after all of the backlash, said that the changes are to, and I quote, aid businesses on the platform and that it does not expand our ability to share data with Facebook. So if you kind of break that down, it doesn't change they say that it doesn't expand the ability to share data with Facebook. Well, of course not. It doesn't change the ability to at all. They've always had the ability to share that information with Facebook, but what it does change is the information that Facebook is now getting. So like I said, once again, the content of your messaging is not going to change. Facebook cannot go in and read the conversations that you're having. What they have access to is the background things that are running. So like I said, your location, your device IDs, and all that kind of other stuff that I expanded before. So it's a very tricky wording, and whoever put that together, kudos to you for trying to slide in. But no, it does not expand the ability to share information with Facebook, because they always had that. It just changes the information. So once again, your messages are still encrypted, and there's not access to the content, but everything else that has to do with your phone. So since they came out and released that they were going to switch over this privacy policy and that it was final and definite, otherwise they're going to no longer give you access to your account, a lot of people started switching over to these other messaging platforms like Signal and Telegram, and actually even Elon Musk. If you guys don't know who Elon Musk is, then I don't know what to tell you. But he went on and tweeted to use Signal. And that actually ended up having a huge shift over to Signal. I think they saw a spike of over 4,000 people downloading the app and converting over to that app. And a big hit to WhatsApp is Signal actually became the #1 messaging app in India, which was WhatsApp's largest market. So they really kind of needed to take a step back and do a little damage control and see, if this was really worth losing these massive markets and what they already were doing. So I'm believing that that's why they pushed the deadline back to May 15th. So don't worry, if you do have WhatsApp, you will not lose access on February 8th. They're pushing all that back, all those deadlines back. But by May 15th is the new deadline. So you're either going to have to agree to these new terms and conditions, or you're no longer going to have access to your app. But I will definitely keep you guys updated over the course of the next couple weeks, or I should say month or so, to let you know that if they decided to alter the verbiage or any type of information that they are going to collect and pass on if there's any difference. All right, so that's Coffee Talk today. But before you guys shoot out, I told you if you waited to the end, there was going to be an awesome opportunity. We are doing a Stark Media face mask giveaway. And this is my face mask. I'm not going to show you the other side because it has some makeup on it. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. So if you want to win one of these bad boys, we will be putting up a post later on today. And make sure that you guys enter to win. Who doesn't love a face mask, especially with our logo on it? You can never have too many face masks. I know I have them stashed everywhere. So make sure that you guys enter to win later on that post that we're going to put up. And I will tell you right now that the reason why I thought that we should do a face mask giveaway is I was wearing my mask to Hampton Coffee Company, and the guy behind the counter asked me if it was an Iron Man mask, and I said, nope, this is my company. So he thought my mask was super cool, so I thought you guys would think our masks are super cool too. So make sure that you guys check our Instagram and our Facebook later on to win. You can enter on both platforms. We're going to choose one winner from Facebook, one winner from Instagram, and it could be you. So make sure that you guys enter to win later. So quick recap, WhatsApp privacy changes. Over 2 billion users are going to get the ultimatum that they either have to agree with the terms and conditions, the new privacy updates, or they're no longer going to have access to their WhatsApp. The February 8th deadline has been pushed back to May 15th due to confusion and misinformation. So you guys will have time to kind of break down what information you're willing to give and what you're not willing to give. Your messages will stay encrypted. Facebook will not have access to the content of your messaging, but they will be able to see things in the background like your location services, your contact list, your device IDs, usage data, purchases, just to name a few. And Facebook says that they are doing this in order to better show you ads that are more pertinent to you and more customizable. And it's also to help businesses as far as messaging on the app. So if you are not into it and you don't want to share your information, you can move over to other apps like Signal and Telegram, who have seen huge spikes since this information came out about 2.5 weeks ago. And if you guys have any questions at all about the WhatsApp privacy update, please make sure or feel free to DM me. We will chat about it. And also, if you guys have any questions that you'd like us to cover on a coffee talk, make sure you let us know one of those too. And go and enter to win your mask later on. All right, guys, this was Coffee Talk Tuesday. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Have an awesome week, guys.